Good morning, venture capital. This is Metagame, and today's episode is about the explosive surge of AI agents proliferating within the world's largest corporations as we push deeper into 2025. We're witnessing something remarkable happening in real time. These autonomous digital workers aren't just trickling into enterprise environments anymore. They're flooding in at twice the rate we saw just months ago. From automating complex workflows to revolutionizing customer interactions, AI agents have gone from experimental novelty to mission-critical infrastructure almost overnight. So buckle up, because today we're diving deep into why enterprise giants are suddenly going all in on AI agents, what's driving this unprecedented adoption rate, and what it means for the future of work, investment, and the entire venture ecosystem. 65% of enterprise AI deployments hit a wall this year. Not a technology wall, not a talent wall, an operations wall. And while everyone's still debating which model is smarter, the companies actually capturing enterprise budgets figured out something the rest of the market missed entirely. Let me paint the picture. KPMG tracked enterprise AI agent deployment across all 4 quarters of 2025. In Q1, 11% of enterprises had deployed agents. By Q4, that number hit 26%, more than doubled. Sounds like a victory lap, right? Here's where it gets interesting. In Q3, deployment actually peaked at 42%, then dropped to 26% by Q4. What happened? Did enterprises suddenly fall out of love with AI? Did the robots stage a walkout? No. Enterprises got serious. They stopped counting chatbots and basic automation as agents and started asking a harder question. Is this thing production ready? Does it have governance? Can we actually scale it without creating major problems for the compliance team? When you tighten the definition, the numbers get honest, and honest numbers tell you where the real opportunity lives. Here's the headline that should be keeping VCs up at night. For 2 consecutive quarters, 65% of enterprise leaders named the same barrier as their top scaling problem. Not model capability, not data access, complexity, the sheer operational nightmare of coordinating multiple specialized agents, monitoring their decision chains, ensuring they operate within compliance boundaries. This is the part where most people tune out because governance sounds boring. But boring is where the money is. Think about what that 65% figure actually means. Nearly 2/3 of enterprises with committed AI budgets are stuck not because the technology doesn't work, but because nobody's solved the orchestration problem at scale. They've got agents that can do impressive things in demos. They've got executive buy-in. They've got budget. What they don't have is infrastructure that makes multi-agent systems auditable, explainable, and governable without requiring a PhD in prompt engineering and a prayer. When 65% of buyers explicitly name your problem as their top barrier, that's not market resistance. That's product market fit, sitting on a silver platter, waiting for someone smart enough to pick it up. Now let's talk about who's actually picking it up. February 2026, Snowflake and OpenAI announce a $200 million multi-year partnership. The press release talks about embedding OpenAI models into Snowflake's Cortex environment and agent orchestration layer. Sounds technical? Here's what it actually means. Snowflake has over 12,000 enterprise customers who already trust their platform for governed data access. These are companies that have already solved the security perimeter problem, already have compliance frameworks in place, already have their data teams trained on the tooling. When Snowflake bundles agent capabilities into that existing infrastructure, they're not selling AI. They're selling time to production. The buyer's mental math changes completely. Instead of build a new security perimeter for agent tools, hire a governance team, figure out monitoring from scratch, it becomes extend our existing Snowflake governance to agent workloads. That's a 12-month implementation compressed into 12 weeks. For VCs, this pattern creates a strategic fork. Standalone agent startups now face a distribution disadvantage that no amount of clever engineering overcomes. But best-of-breed tools that integrate cleanly into these platforms, they can ride distribution. The question isn't whether your portfolio company has a better model. It's whether they've built for the platform ecosystem or against it. Let me give you another signal that's hiding in plain sight. The Department of Justice published their 2025 AI use case inventory, 315 AI implementations, up 30.7% year over year. Now, most portfolio companies aren't selling to the federal government. So why does this matter? Because government adoption is a regulatory preview for your enterprise buyers. When federal agencies formalize AI inventories, establish compliance frameworks, and build transparency requirements that sets the baseline expectation for healthcare, financial services, defense contractors. The SEC refreshed its AI Governance Hub in January 2026, highlighting the Chief AI Officer role and 2025 compliance plans. Building a new product? Temez Labs takes you from napkin sketch to the App Store. Trusted by Fortune 500s for quality, security, and speed. Book your free strategy session at temez.ai. Translation. Enterprises buying agent technology in 2026 expect vendors to support formal inventorying, explainability, and audit trails. If your portfolio company is treating governance features as nice to have, they're misreading the room badly. Here's where the capital story gets interesting. That same KPMG survey shows enterprises planning $124 million in average AI investments for 2025-2026. 67% call AI a recession-proof investment priority. Even more telling, 59% expect measurable ROI within 12 months. Read that again. 59% expect ROI in 12 months. This isn't speculative R&D budget getting shuffled around. These are committed dollars with executive-level accountability and a ticking clock. Companies that can deliver time to value in quarters, not years, and demonstrate clear ROI metrics will capture disproportionate share of that 124 million average. The recession-proof framing matters too. That tells you AI spend is coming from reallocation, not new budget, which means agents need to displace existing tools, not just add to the stack. Every dollar going to your portfolio company is a dollar being ripped out of some legacy vendor's pocket. The question is whether you're positioned as the displacer or the displaced. Let me break this down for you. The enterprise AI market has gone through 3 distinct phases. Phase 1, should we invest in AI? That was 2023. Phase 2, which AI investments deliver ROI fast enough to justify the risk? That was 2024. Phase 3, where we are now. We've committed the budget, we need production results in 2 quarters, and we're not interested in science experiments. If your portfolio is still building for Phase 1 buyers, excited experimenters who love a good demo, you're selling to a market that doesn't exist anymore. Enterprise buyers have moved on. They want production-grade agent infrastructure with clear ROI timelines and governance baked in from day one. The companies winning this market aren't necessarily the ones with the best models. They're the ones who understood that the real competition isn't about intelligence, it's about operational scaffolding, orchestration that actually works, observability that satisfies compliance teams, integration that doesn't require buyers to rebuild their entire data architecture. Here's the competitive math that should concern undercapitalized startups. xAI raised $5.3 billion. Databricks raised $4.1 billion in Q4 alone, after $955 million in Q3. In an environment where those numbers are happening, companies with sub-50 million in capital can't outspend on enterprise sales, customer success, and platform partnership integrations. The math doesn't work unless you have 10x better product market fit on a specific use case. And even then, you're racing a clock. Strategic M&A or platform partnerships aren't fallback options anymore. For many agent startups, they're the only viable path before runway runs out. So let's bring this back to where we started. 65% of enterprises hit the complexity wall, agent deployment doubled, then got honest about what counts as production ready. $200 million platform deals are reshaping distribution. Government adoption is setting compliance baselines. $124 million average budgets are committed with 12-month ROI expectations. The story everyone's telling is about AI capability. The story that actually matters is about operational readiness.
Oh, hey, friend. Do you like what you're hearing? Now you can have a ridiculously amazing podcast, too. Check out holler.studio to get yourself one today.
The companies capturing enterprise dollars in 2026 aren't the ones with the most impressive demos. They're the ones who solved the boring problems. Orchestration, governance, observability, integration. The infrastructure that turns this is cool into this is deployed. 65% of enterprises told us exactly what they need. The question is whether your portfolio companies were listening. That's our venture capital podcast for today. If you learned something new, tap 5 stars and follow our show. Thank you for listening to Metagame.
Grep News. Tamez.